Hey YouTube, Beotech here, bringing you another black and white Wi-Fi battle. This is going to be my 8th battle. I know it's been a little bit, guys, but I've been getting ready for school and working just about 7 days a week from 10 to close. But anyway, I got you a battle now, so that's all that matters. Just sit and enjoy it. This one's against Dfompkc. He's a newbie to the YouTube community, just getting this in competitive battle, so I thought he challenged me, so I said, why not? So back to the battle. He leads off with an actual lead Empoleon. I found that a little bit weird, seeing as he had a Garchomp on his team. And he doesn't really understand Ubers yet, so I let him keep the Garchomp on his team. So anyway, he gets his Stealth Rocks up. I go for the Focus Blast. First turn, do about half life, and then on the second turn I go again and just kill off the Empoleon. So it's like, yay me. Empoleon's down. Then he goes into his Garchomp, and I'm like, crap. What do I want to take the Dragon type move with? So I was like, oh, Poliwrath. This Poliwrath is awesome. He's like my new favorite guy ever. And he goes for a Dragon Rush. And it doesn't kill me, surprisingly. I was like, go Poliwrath. And he ends up switching out. I don't know why, but he goes into Electivire. And I go for an Ice Punch because I didn't expect him to switch. And do about half, a little over, and I get the Freeze. That was lucky because that definitely mattered in this part of the match. Because if not, Electivire would be faster than me, I'd be down a Poliwrath, but I would still end up taking out the Electivire, one of my Scarf Pokemon. So I go for the Waterfall. It does indeed kill the Electivire, so it's 6 for me, early lead. He's going to go into his Lucario, and I'm going to switch out to Poliwrath, forgetting that he had the Stealth Rock up, and I was like, oh, crap. He goes back in, he's going to get annihilated. So I go out into my Thundurus. He goes for an Extreme Speed, and it does quite a bit. I don't know, and he's Life Orb, so I can see that. And I go for a T-Wave, just because I really don't want to deal with it being faster in every single one of my Pokemon. So he does go for Close Combat. I know it's not going to kill me. End up 15 life. And still forgetting I have Stealth Rocks up. I'm stupid, and I switch out here. So I was like, really? Because I bring in Heracross, and I'm like, oh crap. Because I really wasn't paying attention to the Stealth Rock damage on Thundurus for some reason. And I was like, oh, great. Okay, Heracross, time to do some work. So I go for the Close Combat. Take out the Lucario. Pretty good. Heracross, awesome attacker. Everyone should have one on their team. Just awesome Pokemon. Well, anyway. He's going to go out into his Infernape. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do with this thing? So I was like, why not? I'll just Close Combat it, see how much I can do. And I was like, oh, you couldn't do like the extra 4 or 5 damage or whatever it was to kill the Infernape. Really? And he goes for Overheat, which I'm like, really? This must be a mixed Infernape because I've never seen a pure special Infernape. So he ends up taking out my Heracross, which is like, okay. But he also dies to his own Life Orb damage, so I'm like, oh, that's even better. So I go to my Kyreem. I was predicting on the double down for him to go into his Garchomp, so I'm like, okay. Kyreem, reasonable choice. I just was like, well, I really don't want to switch, so I'm just going to go for the Dragon Balls. And I do a little over half, which I'm like, okay, I'll deal with that. Or like the kill, but why not? And he gets a burn on his Flare Blitz. And I'm like, crap. After this turn, I'm going to take burn damage, and then I'm going to attack, and then I'm going to get burn damage and kill myself. Yay. It's like having a mini Life Orb. So I just go for the Dragon Pulse again, take out his Arcanine. The name escaped me for a second, and Kyreem goes down. Yay for me. So he goes into his Garchomp. It's his last Pokemon. Well, I still have 4, I believe. Oh well. I go into Raikou, just because I was like, I haven't used you in a while. I'm going to send you out. Go for the Aura Sphere, because really, I can't hit him with Thunderbolt. Extrasensory would have done nothing, and same thing with Weather Ball. So I was like, why not? Probably a dumb choice, but Aura Sphere is pretty cool. And I just died to the Earthquake. So I bring in my Staraptor, who's kind of like a headliner on my team because he's just about always there. So I just go for the Brave Bird, because when in doubt, you know the drill, guys. And I'm like, really? Second time, you couldn't do that extra, like, 4 damage? And this turns out to be a Dream World Garchomp, rough skin, and has Fire Blast. I'm like, really? Because you use Fire Blast. You've lost. Jeez. Anything else would kill the Staraptor, but... And my last Pokemon would have died to rocks. But this is a good game. Cool dude. Go check him out. So comment, rate, and subscribe.